Hello everyone and welcome to part 5 of the first ever playthrough of Final Fantasy XVI on Steam. I'm letting everyone know on Discord that we're live and now closing Discord. Here we go, back into the new Hideaway. Oh, it's 5 years later after toppling a big crystal. If you want to see that, it's at the end of part 4. There's a big playlist here on Ask Joshi, and if you're interested in watching me continue this, I appreciate all the likes and subscribes and comments you could possibly throw my way. So we're gonna keep at it. We just unlocked Ramuh abilities. Ramuh. I don't know how to pronounce it properly, but he is the god of lightning. So his abilities are lightning based. Look, it's Sid. Oh yeah, I've started calling myself Sid, and I assume that is to conceal the fact that real Sid has bit the bullet.
Yes, Captain. Oh, there you are, Clive.
Because my real friends know me as Clive still.
Arrived this morning. Victor sent his thanks.
I doubt Kupka will miss the fools he sent to catch me. Not a single one of the bearers we saved showed any interest in coming with us. No one seems keen to join hands with an outlaw. Any news while we were away?
None worth mentioning. Gav's still off keeping an eye on the Republican arms. Should be back any day.
Understood. If anyone needs me, I'll be in the map room.
Still can't work that one out. There must be better places than the hull of a gutted airship to bury your nose in a book.
Yet this is where she's chosen to be. And I'm sure she has her reasons.
Give me just 1 second. Okay, yeah, we're good. Oh, Moogle. It's Nectar, still here 5 years later. A new board, you say? Probably a job board of some sort coming up. Vivian, hello.
Trust I'm not intruding.
Back from your mission? I'm beginning to think your habit of surviving cannot be attributed to luck.
One might say the same of you, Vivian Ninetails.
I'll have you know that only 4 attempts have been made on my life, and none was especially memorable. So, to what do I owe the honor? Could it be that you've come for one of my lessons?
Is that so hard to believe?
Ha.
Very well then. Shall we start with the state of the realm? To absolutely no one's surprise, she finds herself at the mercy of armies and outlaws. Well, mostly armies. Though that's not for want of trying, is it, Clive? But the real question is, how did we get here?
Filling me in on the last 5 years? Much appreciated.
Long though Sambrek's dominion over northeastern Storm has endured, recent days have seen the Blight wrest ever more land from her grasp. For which reason, she has continued to wage war on her rival across the strait, hoping to claim less blackened pastures. But Odin would sooner pawn his sword than Waloed relinquish Ash. And the Empire pays dearly for every blade of grass bent beneath Sambrequois boots. Little wonder then that Sylvester set his sights on the crystalline dominion, an altogether easier target, possessed of no less ether. It was 5 years ago, while you were busying yourself with the destruction of Drake's head, that the Empire made its move, subjugating its theretofore neutral neighbor. A nation which could legitimately claim to be the center of the world. Certainly, there is no better place to stage an army. From there, the Holy Empire's reach spans the Twins. The non-aggression treaty was the only thing keeping them in check. But if they truly broke the pact without provocation, it is only a matter of time before others reply in kind. The Holy Empire, the Dhalmekian Republic, the Kingdom of Waloed, and of course, our friends in Yaran. Who will be left standing, I wonder, when the last drop of blood is spilled?
The Bearers, Revolution.
You were born in Twinside. Do you not fear for your home?
Oh, dark clouds are wont to gather over the Dominion. Yet in spite of it all, she has ever endured. And when the storm has passed, I am confident she will remain. Now, as to the matter of payment for today's lesson, complete a simple errand for me and we shall consider ourselves even.
Even? Right.
Return this volume to old tomes in the shelves. Tell him it was adequate.
I suppose it wouldn't hurt to visit our resident historian.
Ah, my favorite pupil. Allow me to educate
A new
you.
feature. The State of the Realm. Map room. State of the Realm. Current goings on.
I have the details here.
Very interesting. Inner voice. Wow. That's crazy. I don't have what it takes to keep our people safe. We have no choice but to win this war. I will do my duty. I cannot disappoint his lordship. I'm ready to ride. What did that say? Before that? Hang on. He treats his birds well. We must secure Drake's breath. She will not listen to me. Men are defined by their breeding. My beloved son, keep what it takes to keep our people safe. This is bizarre. She always makes me feel better. I wish the current peace could last forever.
One must understand one's place in the world.
This is so much
Very good.
exposition, an insane amount of exposition. I'm not the type to dig too far into that, but I appreciate the overreach. For those who do love that stuff, I can appreciate a nerd anytime. Alright, what do we got in the future? It's the future now,
Don't
Nan.
just stand there gawping. Well, you won't hear me complaining. The only drawback... Still... I remember it like it was yesterday. You're our leader now. If you're
I'm
gonna
the
buy something,
leader.
be quick about it.
Oh, you still haven't improved your gear in years, lady? Increases limit break generation amount by 6% when taking damage. Automatically charges magic spells and maintains the charge until cast. Accessory effect will not trigger unless the ability charge magic. I got an accessory that reduced the Phoenix Smash by 12 seconds, so I kind of want to try that. Elixir exists now, instantly restores all HP. Lionheart Tonic, that's right. This is cheaper than the Strength Tonic, and I think the effect is better. So we're gonna switch out for
It's better I'll
Lionheart
be
Tonic.
here.
And I might as well stock these just in case. Nah, let's wait.
Come
on that.
again. Or don't.
Alright, we are going to look at healing is important. Attack is important. Defense, if I'm dodging stuff, is the least important. I do want to try this reduced by 12 seconds so that we can do Iconic set 2. We still got to set Ramuh. Pile drive. Drive Ramuh's staff into the ground, electrifying all enemies within a radius of the strike. Call forth powerful thunderstorm that rains multiple bolts of lightning down upon a target. So single target is square, triangle is AoE, is how I've been doing it. This is Flames of Rebirth, which is now 12 seconds shorter cooldown. Let's save after setting that. Actually, we have a whole bunch of points as well. This takes 2390 now to upgrade. Or we can master limit break, which sounds like it should be upgraded. And we can upgrade one of our Ramuh abilities. Almost. Oh, just enough. Yeah, let's do that. Cool. Now we'll save. And commit to the bit. Alright. I just want to check off all these new circles in case we miss it. Our terms. New song. Just checking off all the boxes. It's 5 years later, you know. New hideaway to explore. We don't actually have to go into any of these. Let's see. The blacksmith is now over here. Good to know. What do you got for me now?
Back, are ya?
I am here. I want to talk to you, Blackthorn.
Things here ain't too bad.
He's got an apprentice.
Nah.
He's a lucky man. Thanks for keeping him on.
Because I haven't.
Pain in the ass.
Still.
Alright, what do you
What
got
you
for
want?
me? 11 bolt. Big ol' upgrade.
Last you a
Whammy.
good while.
Gotta do the big ol' upgrade. I assumed there would be one. But that is
That
it.
it?
I think that's all you got for me. And now this has a new thing. What in the heck? Because my new sword has lore or something? What is that? The Wall of Memories.
What's
Just
the
a
whole
new
sweat?
addition.
It's over to the Tavern Crown for me.
Oh, is this like an achievement pile? The Oath. Created the day Clive. Oh, that's our stabbed crystal. Neat. So we're gonna have story moments to reflect on. Is this our, like, war chamber? This is cool. I like this. Various weapons to look at. We got a bed and a couch for entertaining guests. Clive has like a little room. All right, let's continue the story somewhere. Speak with Harpocrates in the shelves.
I don't know.
I'll gladly
Perhaps I should just-
speak with Harpo. That's Oprah backwards if you didn't notice. Hi, Oprah. I mean, Harpo. I mean,
Lordsman
Harpocrates.
Harpocrates.
Now that is a name I have not heard for a long time. Welcome home, Clive. You were missed, as always.
I believe this belongs to you. Vivian asked me to return it.
My sword looks like lightning now.
Ready? Our resident scholar devours books faster than young Tet does lemon tarts. Would that I could do the same. But alas, I no longer possess the necessary constitution for such indulgence. That said, I have continued my search for mention of the creature you encountered at Drake's Head, but without access to the great libraries of Oriflamme or the Dominion, I regret that I have been able to find little and less.
Please, don't apologize. I'll send word to our associates.
I fear it is not more books that I require, but the right one. Mayhap we look in the wrong places. There are still libraries to the north.
I'll see what I can do.
You are too kind. There are not many in this world who would indulge the whims of a tired old historian.
We
Not
gotta
too
know the
tired to go
answers.
filching Kubo nuts, though. Always got a pocket for him. Nicks him off the Moogle.
Hush now. We all know there's no such thing as Moogles.
Nectar is in plain view, right
The
downstairs.
twins seem well.
Aye. Yet they laugh far too little for one so young. The loss of their parents weighs heavy on them. Titan took much from us that night, and the wounds that remain. They are not quick to heal.
Which is why we must give them all the time they need.
That we must. Just as I must give you the time you need to recuperate. Good day, Clive.
Good day. Gav will be back soon. I should get some rest while I can.
How good it is to see you, Clive. I don't believe you've read this particular chapter before. Now this, I believe you will find most interesting.
A revelation, you say?
What subject shall we consider today?
Way too much knowledge in there, my friend. You can have that to yourself. Return to your chambers. So I shall.
Not back a blink and you're already off solving everyone's problems. It looks good, Clive. Goes well with the scowl.
I'd had that brand for so long. I'd forgotten what life was like without it. What it was like to be myself. And it's all thanks to you, Talia.
The scalpel did most of the work. Ah, before I forget, a rider was here with a letter from Gav. Otto left it on your desk.
Not a stole us. All right. I'll have a look.
And then you get some rest.
He got the surgery, but like, it's pretty obvious there used to be a brand there, right? I guess you can at least play it off a little bit. Like war, it was war. Reports, letters, and other important missives addressed to Clives are delivered to the reading table. The Republic's play. Republic army marches on the Empire at Twinside, and the men of the Rock have been summoned to the front. Something big is brewing, I reckon. I'll see you're done to wear upon my return.
What does Gav have to say?
The Republican army is on the march, leaving Randalar in Hugo Kupka's charge. With him and his men occupied with the defense of the capital, they're less likely to trouble us.
Good news, then.
It's more than that.
This is our chance.
The one we've been waiting for.
For what? What shall we do, Capitan? Capitan Sid? Clive?
But look how far we've come. All that we have here, our friends, the Hideaway, are they not cause for joy?
5 years. 5 long years. If I could only command this power I've been granted, we might have achieved so much more. But each time I reach for it, it's like something is holding me back.
Summoning an Eikon exacts a price not easily paid. Your body knows this only too well. It's merely trying to save you from yourself.
And every burden I cannot bear falls to you.
This mission of ours has made me question everything I thought I knew. But one thing has become abundantly clear. The crystals take more than they give. In exchange for momentary comfort, we must endure a lifetime of pain, war after war, loss upon loss. And now they rob us of our very homes, leaving naught but dust and ash. But you're trying to change that. We're trying to change that. And to me, that's no burden.
I know, but...
Try not to forget. We're only here because Joshua gave us a second chance. It would be a pity to waste such a precious gift.
He did. He was there. It wasn't an illusion. I heard him call out to Ultima.
I did too. This was in part 4, if you want to go back and watch all this crazy stuff.
If Joshua is still alive, he'll be looking for that thing.
Do you think he will ever come back?
Ultima was like a creature from another
I know he
realm.
will. And we must be ready when he does.
Seems to be speaking to Clive's brain directly sometimes. And insists that Clive has a role to play. But we don't know what. Because Joshua trapped him inside himself.
To a world without mother crystals. To sit.
Let's unblight this planet. Eco-terrorism 101. Go big or don't go. Meanwhile, looks like we got a 5 years grown Joshua here. The Northern Territories with his companion, whose name we never learned.
And so the North is lost.
I knew that the blight spread ever more swiftly, Your Grace. But this is far, far worse than any could have imagined.
It is only a matter of time before the twins are no more. The world marches ever closer to its end, and here we chase shadows. Tell me, brother, are our efforts in vain?
We haven't even destroyed all the mother crystals yet.
Master Clive, a moment, if you... my apologies, I didn't mean to... intrude.
Not at all. We were just discussing strategy.
Speak freely, Otto.
It's Martha, from the inn. She's gone missing.
Oh no.
Anyway, I'll be in the mess when you've finished.
Gotta find
Very well.
Martha. She's the saint. The Gathering Storm.
What would make Martha leave the rest?
Something has happened to Martha. We need to speak with her.
In the mess. I don't know where that is. Down and around, it looks like.
What do we know, Otto?
Some lads from the Imperial garrison in Rosaria started a fight over at Martha's Wreck.
I'll
Blood was
kill 'em.
spilled, bones were broken. But somewhere in the middle of it all, Martha vanished without a word to anyone.
You think this was planned?
Of course it bloody was. Ever since Eastpool, the Empire's been tightening its grip around the Duchy's ball. They've strung up everyone who's ever set eyes on a runaway, claiming they're traitors to the Holy Throne, conspiring to restore the House of Rosfield to power.
Oh my.
And now it sounds like the bastards have turned their attentions to the pallbearers meek enough to stay put. Naturally, old Martha could see the way the wind was blowing, complained that it was getting harder and harder to take bearers in.
And now she's missing. She's fallen into the hands of the Empire. We could be next.
A couple of curse breakers are already on their way to the inn. They should help speed up the search. But if this is as bad as I think it is, you might end up having to save their asses and all.
Don't worry, Otto. I'll make sure everyone gets home safe.
I do have quite a lot of abilities to use now. Find the curse breakers. I suppose I will find them at Martha's Rest.
What happened here?
Come on. We need to find the others.
We're best off staying where we are for now, I reckon.
Let's get you to physical.
Sid? What said you'd be coming?
I trust you don't mind. Also thought you might need some help, and it appears he was right.
You, could say that, yes. They're saying the Imperials ascended like a storm. No one was spared their fury.
Any idea where?
Judging by their tracks, they headed towards Sorrowwise Bay.
To the Abbey sheltering Martha's bed.
The bastards. Jill and I will go after them. You take care of the people here.
We will. But, before you go, one of the locals heard something. He said the soldiers were talking about a culling. I don't know how big this is, but it doesn't sound good. Be careful out there, Sid.
You do the same.
Oh my. Let's go beat up some Imperials.
Cole is right. That was no tavern brawl. It was a message.
But a culling.
I want to change my items so that this is on the shortcut instead of strength. There we go.
Bearers are the property of the Empire. The garrison wouldn't have the authority to act alone. The orders would have had to have come from higher up.
Just double checking if I can get some potions. Nope, we're good.
That all, is it? Oi, look sharp!
Don't recall if we could just port closer. Where is this place? Over here? Guess not.
If those Orsons touch an arrow on Martha's head.
Do we have Torgal and Jill? We do. Level 19 still, huh? Be a good refresher on. And now we can see how long that cooldown is. Wait, I got a third limit. I got a third limit break bar. Okay. Three briar clamshells. One of my gripes with this game so far has been like the amount of material that I'm gathering that I don't think I'll ever actually use to craft anything. But I could be wrong. Could still be used.
Martha, are you hurt?
Don't worry about me. It's them at the Abbey who need you.
Tell us what happened.
What happened? The damn Black Shields.
The Black Shields?
The bastards caught wind. The Abbot and I were helping bearers. They were gonna hang us both. Poor souls turned on the Imperials.
Then they may still be alive. Martha, do you think you can make it back to the inn?
I think so.
This does not bode well. Low chance of survival for the bearers.
Black shields. Is this some sort of twisted joke? There has only ever been one order of shields in Rosaria. They fought to defend all her citizens.
Seems a step too far, even for the Empire.
Man, that cooldown is still hella long. I don't think I can abide that. That was way too long of a cooldown. How do I switch it again? There we go. Set 1 Scarlet Cyclone, which means we don't need this, and we can put in probably the defense still. Where's the defense? There it is. Alright, we're back to Scarlet Cyclone. Yeah, the Phoenix ability thing is cool, but the cooldown makes it horrible. Are they dead? Oh. How do can I unlimit break so that it... Oh, no, I guess it just burns it all, huh? I thought I might be able to conserve. That was probably a mistake since we're about to have a huge fight here.
Someone inside.
Presumably. Yeah, I didn't think this was gonna look great.
No.
Damn it. I thought you lot were all spent.
Oh, some baddies.
They drove the bearers to this.
Wait. These two aren't turned.
That bitch of an innkeeper must have sent them. Colluding with the enemies of the Empire is a serious offence.
Well, I'll just have to beat you all up.
And for their crimes shall they be punished. Such is the law. To dwell in darkness that we may purge the night and welcome lasting dawn. On these our swords we swear.
How dare you speak those words? Have you no honor?
Clive.
This won't take long.
Combat. Basically just blast through all your abilities and then spam limit break. It works every time so far.
Is that all of them?
I think so.
Crushed it. I'm not too concerned about gouge.
I didn't see the abbot. He may still be alive.
I've been upgrading my Phoenix fire abilities the most. They're pretty consistent and fun. Oh my.
Fun.
The abbot.
The bearers died protecting him.
Pretty
Calling upon what
rough.
little magic they had left in their bodies.
Clive. He's breathing.
That's good. Oh.
We're friends of Martha. We're here to help.
Are the Imperials dead? If only that were true. The Black Shields will return. Tell Mother to beg his aid.
I shall.
Sid! Where are you? Sid!
In here! We found a survivor!
Clive. He's gone.
We've laid the abbot to rest, but the bearers... They didn't need to die like this.
No, they didn't. But it was their choice. They knew the fate that awaited them and chose to meet it on their terms. Fighting for those who fought for them.
Arthur said they rose from their beds, threw themselves at the Imperials so she and the abbot could escape.
I've gathered the bearers' remains. We should consign them to the tide.
There's a drawbridge not far from here. Radix Jump. The currents there are swift. If the abbot was still with us, he'd have taken the dust there himself and performed the casting. I'll get someone's. I'll do it.
Of course. Cole and I will remain here and see to the Imperials.
Okay. Oh my. An Ahriman. Yeah, an actual Ahriman. A bounty on him. He must be a tough mofo. Every now and then Clive may encounter creatures larger, faster, and more ferocious than most. While flight is always an option, defeating these notorious marks can earn him not only renown, but also rare materials that may be used to craft new gear or upgrade existing items. Well, then we better just beat him up, huh?
What am I saying? Of course it has. It's a floating eyeball.
Mark slain. 5K.
You didn't see that coming.
Well, that didn't look like any rare material. Just stuff I got a million of. Whatever. Anyway, this is, we're turning around this way. Oh yeah, Torgal. Good job.
You were right, boy.
You slayed that monster.
That must be the bridge.
Must be, but first. Wink.
So shall the waters cleanse thee of thy burden, and bear it out to sea.
And now they are truly free.
I hope so. What of the Imperials?
A pyre was made. It's more than they deserve. We should go back. Cole is worried about Martha.
All right.
Now I can just travel. Zoop.
No one survived then?
I'm sorry. Before he passed, one of them bade me tell you not to blame yourself.
Doesn't mean I won't. Cole said you cast their remains. That was good of you, but it should have been me. This was all my fault.
How? You couldn't have known.
But I did. And I turned a deaf ear to the warnings like the fool I am. The rumors started moons ago. Of black-clad devils descending on villages in the dead of night to slit the throats of sleeping bearers. I assumed it was all just nonsense, nothing but a ghost story meant to make folk think twice about lending a hand to a fugitive bearer.
And in ordinary times you would have been right. What these Black Shields are doing is unthinkable. Which begs the question, why do it at all? My mother obviously has a hand in this.
And picking what goes on in that woman's head is a job for someone with more time on their hands. Right now, I need swords and men to wield them, preferably big ones. If those Imperials think they can come in here again and threaten my people, they're in for a rude awakening. Oh, before I forget, a Stolas from Otto landed just before you arrived. He asked me to tell you that Gav has returned.
Then we must as well. Will you be all right here, Martha?
We can stay longer if you wish.
No need. I'll be ready should the Imperials come calling. Those poor souls died to give me a chance to save others. I won't let their sacrifice be in vain.
Side quest time. Have you ever had a side quest?
Try not to move.
Oi! You handy with that sword of yours? Of course you are. But now, question is, are you willing to use it or not? Because a flock of noble chocobos are in need of help.
Chocobos?
You heard me right. Wild birds? And not just any chocobos at that. Whiteheart and her flock are the bravest birds you ever did see.
Chocobos? Fighting bandits?
It's true. Why, they saved me from a gang of footpads only yesterday. Oh, go on then. Don't just stand there.
Okay.
There's a good lad.
Where can I find these chocobos?
I saw him cut across the way over yonder. The rotten scoundrels were driving the poor things towards the old dock. It's a dead end, that is. You save Whiteheart and her flock, you hear me? And don't worry. You'll know her when you see her, right enough.
I'm sure I will.
And good luck to you. And give those no-good bastards a hiding from me.
Okay.
Whiteheart. That's quite a name for a chocobo.
A clue, a clue.
A white feather. I thought Ambrosia was one of a kind. Speaking of brave birds, looks like they went that way.
But first, a sparkly.
These chocobos aren't going down without a fight.
Ooh, lethal.
We got you cornered, Feathers. You didn't think you'd seen the last of us, did you? You've been bad for business.
Not around here, they won't.
Oh. And why's that, eh?
Because she's something of a hero in these parts. You hurt her, and I hurt you.
Piss off. Or better still, how about we hurt you both?
All right then. But don't say I didn't warn you.
I am a god.
You're safe now. Whiteheart, I presume. Do you know her, boy? That scar.
Missing an eye. It is Ambrosia? What are the odds? What a small world.
Ambrosia. It is you. You survived. And you found yourself a flock.
Oi! Is it over? I thought I'd come and see how you were getting on. Oh, you sorted the bastards then. I knew you would, and the whole flock made it through unscathed.
Thankfully, they did. And not only that.
I actually know this bird.
Well, I'll be. I never stopped to think our hero here might once have been someone's mount. Though I dare say she'd suit a fine fellow like yourself. Reckon our feathered friend must have learned a thing or two from her master. Kind-hearted warrior that you are. Bird like her would have cost a princely sum. You born a lord or something?
Well,
Oh, no, sorry. I didn't mean to pry. Don't matter who.
What is it, girl?
She wants her master back, I reckon. Told you. And it seems her pals agree.
Is that it? You want to come with me?
Well, bugger me if this ain't a heartwarming sight. The lads down the stables will be hearing about this tonight. Oh, stay right where you are.
Bring him in gear. Yep. And an eye patch.
Doesn't she cut an handsome figure, eh?
She does indeed. How much do I owe you?
A few scraps of leather's the very least I owe old Whiteheart. Oh, I'll be sad to see her go, of course. But she's earned her right to happiness and more beside. Don't you worry. We'll get along just fine without her. You hear that, Whiteheart? You've earned yourself some time off. You have fun traveling with your master now. You seem awful familiar now I get a proper look at you. That's it. When those chocobos swarmed my car on the road,
yeah,
didn't
that was
you?
a million years ago.
Must have been my double.
Oh, must have been, eh? Oh, that'll be the excitement getting to me. Anyhow, best be on my way. Good luck to the both of you.
You take care of your flock for now. I'll call you when I need you.
Oh, they all have harnesses. Oh, I guess that's for my traveling companions. Did I just level up? Just like the white-winged wonder. Ambrosia's Tack. A bespoke saddle and blinders worn by Clive's childhood chocobo Ambrosia. Displayed in Clive's chambers. Collectible chocobo unlocked. After 18 long years, Clive has finally been reunited with his faithful steed. Press R3 while in the field to summon Ambrosia, and X to mount the chocobo.
Good girl.
She's huge. Ride Ambrosia for the first time. Yay. Really? And does she flit away? Yeah. Alright. Out in the world, we have some quests appearing. Back at the Hideaway. Now that Martha is safe. And we have a chocobo back in our...
Where's Gav?
Stable.
Gav should be back by now.
I hear there's trouble.
What you got for me, Gav?
Ah, Clive! Oh, I've missed that scowl.
Where's my report?
What, no kind words for your old pal Gav?
If it's kind words you're after, you're fishing in the wrong barrel. Now sit down, you fool.
Ooh.
So, you remember how quick the Empire was to occupy the Dominion after the fall of Drake's Head?
That looks cool.
And how pissed off all the other nations were that they didn't think to do it first?
Half a century of independence gone at the whim of a madman. So much for their bloody treaty.
Clearly, the promise of unblighted land and the world's supply of crystals was too much for his radiance to resist. And now the Republic's finally decided to follow suit, using liberation as an excuse to declare war on Sanbreque. Lined up right outside the Dominion's gates as we speak, looking to starve the Imperials into submission.
And now all eyes are on the Strait of Author.
Well, the two nations beat their shields. The rest sharpen their daggers, ready to set upon the war-weary victor. They'll never see us coming. It's time we moved on the mother crystals.
Let's go!
4 mother crystals remain in Storm and Ash. Drake's Breath, near Ironhome. Drake's Fang in Dhalmekia, Drake's Spine in Waloed, and Drake's Tail here in the Crystalline Dominion.
With the bulk of the Republican army marching to Twinside, Drake's Fang will be left exposed.
That is exactly the move Kupka would anticipate. And if there is anything these past 5 years have taught us, is that he loves his traps. There is one place, however, where nobody will be expecting us to go.
Drake's Breath.
Right in the middle? No.
There's a shitload of sea between us and it, and I've never been much of a swimmer.
I have an acquaintance in Port Isolde who may be able to help.
Who's that then?
My uncle, Byron Rosfield.
Lord Byron Rosfield of the Seven High Houses, the trade magnate with holdings in over 100 cities.
Nice. That's hopeful.
Wait. Rosfield.
Is this just now being revealed?
And you're a Rosfield, of course.
My uncle's name gave him his start in the world, but it was his acumen which earned him his fortune, along with a handsome fleet of ships.
Well, it's settled then. What are we waiting for, eh? Huh?
Let's go sailing. Otto's counter is now open. But that's Nectar, not Otto. New facilities. Alliant reports the Patron's Whisper, the Hunt Board. Renown. Oh, completing side quests. Alliant reports, defeating marks. Renown. Visit Desiree at the Patron's Whisper to view renown and donations. Interesting. I mean, it makes sense. It's not that complicated.
What are we waiting for, indeed?
You think it's alright to touch him?
How the heck do I reach that treasure down there? Oh. It's a long run.
Won't be long now, Martel. See, I was hoping to speak to you.
Is everything all right?
Oh, yeah, it's just, well, as you know, we've been trying to grow fruit down here.
It's good to know that something of the old Hideaway still lives on.
Martel's pride and joy. I took it on, you see, after, and not only is it ready, it's actually tasty. Sweet as you like, in fact.
Impressive. And welcome news to more than a few, I'd say.
I thought this first harvest could go to the curse break. You couldn't take them some, could you?
Sure.
It'll be nice being the bearer of good news for a change.
Oh, thank you. She always had a soft spot for that lot, see? Here you go. Martel apples, they're called, in honor of her memory. You hear that, Martel? Today's finally the day.
Meals on Wheels for the third or fourth time.
Did you come through the forge today? It smells like a still.
Wrong way.
All that pounding must be splitting his skull.
You're saying the blacksmith's a drunk? That's fine. No, continue on.
room's as ragged as...
Have an apple.
You two look like you could use something to eat. Here. Courtesy of Martel.
Martel. Now, where have I heard that name before?
Weren't she the girl from the Furrows?
Of course she was.
Aye, and brave as a bane might. Remember when she ran back into the hideaway to collect them trees when Titan attacked?
These aren't those apples, are they? She'd have been proud, and rightly so.
Others weren't so lucky, though.
A gift from the backyard. For your service.
Blimey, these take me back. I haven't seen a hideaway apple since. Old Sid was the only one who could stomach the things. He'd nab them right from the branch, make Martel livid.
That sounds like the Sid I knew, all right.
Planning on keeping that lot to yourselves, were you? Hang on. These aren't Martels, are they? I'm glad to see someone carried on what she started. Can't have been easy, not in the Deadlands. Reckon she'd be happy knowing all her hard work didn't go to waste. Clive, tell the lad down in the backyard to run some over for me, will you?
Not so much as a thank you. Well, I've got some manners at least. Thanks. So you can leave the basket with me. I'll see that the others get their share. Oh, and give our compliments to the gardener, won't you?
Of course.
That was the last of the apples. I should head to the backyard and pass along everyone's regards.
Pedestrian all this way.
Finish with that log, so...
Damn blighted bilge. Is everything all right?
Aside from the holes in my hull?
The lake water doesn't agree with it, then?
That's one way of putting it. And unless you got some grand scheme to suck the black from the lake like we do in the atrium, that slurry will keep eating away at the timber like young Tet
They've
does
called
our
out Tet
lemon
multiple
tarts.
times now.
Suppose a coat of pitch might stave off the rock for a moon or so, assuming we had any pitch, which we don't. Doubt the old tub's got more than a dozen runs left in him.
Of course, Obolus. Your skiff is our only means of reaching the mainland. Without it, we'd be lost.
Well, I'm glad someone round here sees it that way. To make pitch, you need pitch trees.
You need a hoist so that you can pull it out of the
In case
water.
you
when
haven't
you're not
noticed,
using it
live
as well.
trees are one of the 1,000 things sorely lacking in the Deadlands. Now, I'm not so unkind as to ask you to fell a faraway forest and lug the logs back here to the mere, and it just so happens I once heard the thorny pitchers of Curltail Falls cover themselves in a sticky wax.
Sounds easier than felling a faraway forest. That's for certain.
The name of this quest is Caulk and Ball. Slay thorny thistles at Curltail Falls. Caulk and Ball.
I hear there's trouble.
I think it's all right to touch him.
The curse, they were clearly...
They remembered her. I suppose she was very kind, even to a tongue-tied lummox like me. She put everything into her work. She wasn't going to rest until we had fruit sweet enough to enjoy. When she died, I named a sapling after her. And now it's a full-grown tree. Martell lives on through the fruit it bears.
And through you. Her dream would have died with her, had you not kept it alive. That's something to be proud of.
I didn't do anything really, but thank you. You're kinder to me than I deserve.
By the way, Otto's expecting some of your crop.
Of course not. I'll see that you're both well provided for. They like your fruit, Martell. Isn't that wonderful? I'd say it's about time we planted you some siblings, don't you think?
Slightly stunted, somewhat sweet apples grown from the blighted earth thanks to the dedication and perseverance of one woman. Martell, may she rest in peace. Still, we'll grow something worth eating one of these days, and when we do, you'll have first pick displayed. I want to change this music at the music thing because I'm tired of it. It's just a little too high-pitched and repetitive.
Did you come through the forge today? It smells like a still.
Wow. That's not it. That's not it. That's not it. Is that it? Hunt board. Alright, let's check the hunt board. Oh, the music's way back here? No? Oh, it's behind us. That's what I thought. We do need to check the hunt board too. Let's try where the heart is.
I hear there's trouble in Rosaria. That broom's as ragged as...
Okay, now you got your board.
What's the matter, Nectar? The hunt board? It's where the curse breakers post sightings of particularly fearsome beasts. Just because they can't be dealt with when they're spotted, doesn't mean they can't be dealt with later. Was that what you wanted to know?
I knew all that, and that's why I need your help. I won't allow it. I need you to slay them all.
Well, the people of Valisthea are going through a lot already. What with the blight and the war, the last thing they need is ungodly fiends terrorizing them on top of everything else. So if the curse breakers are too busy to help, then perhaps I can. Or at least I can try.
Give me some hunt. I killed one. Reports of fiends terrorizing notorious marks. So I already got that reward. So this is just telling me where they are. Clairview and the Broken Hilt. And it does not say what level they are, but it has a grade for them. So Clairview and the Broken Hilt. Clairview, let's try Clairview first, I guess. Or maybe we are locked in and cannot go anywhere but Hawkscry Cliff now. It's time. I don't know why they bother giving me those missions I can't do.
Do you think it was wise to leave, Gav? He didn't seem pleased.
I needed his
really
eyes and nose in Dhalmekia. I'm not about to let Kupka take us unawares. Besides, he has a knack for that sort of thing.
That he does.
He's the best scout.
And wasn't it Sid who said that matters such as these are best left to dominance? Especially should one of his beloved opportunities to grow
and change
present itself.
Torgal's jealous he can't grow and change.
I always knew that I would return one day. Return to Ironhome.
For what?
Vengeance.
After learning the truth, you were given the chance to face your past. If I am to continue at your side, I must do the same.
Closure.
We will face it together then.
To the end.
Come on.
Bloodlines.
How far do you think your mother's reach extends? Will we find the same tragedy in the south as we did at Martha's Rest?
More than likely. Which is why we should hurry. There are still many settlements between here and Port Isolde. We visit as many as we can and hear their stories. Starting with the village of Amber.
Mockery of justice is what it is.
Quiet, you! I think we're loyalists.
Jill, look.
Rosaria must be cleansed of the stain which befouls her. 'Twould be a pity to make examples of you all, for the transgressions of but a handful.
Of course, your lordship. You shall have our full cooperation.
What business could the Black Shields have in a village this small? There's barely room to hide a bearer.
Then they must be here for something else.
You fancy dancing a gallows jig like the miller's son?
That's quite a statement.
Welcome, stranger.
You fancied dance on the gallows. Increases limit break generation amount by 6%.
You won't be disappointed.
Get some limit juice.
Excuse me, but what was all that about earlier?
You haven't heard? Someone's been stirring up trouble. There have been attacks on the garrison, supplies stolen. They even say a Black Shield was murdered. The Empire wants answers, and what the Empire wants, the Empire gets.
Don't they just?
Keep your ears open, eh? The Black Shields will pay good coin for information on the culprit. You'd have to be dull as a sack of stones to think you could take on the Empire.
I think I'm the culprit.
You seen him, didn't you?
I'm sorry.
The Black Shields. Just now. At least I think there was a Black Shield.
Was this the first time they visited the village?
What do you think? Amber's the arse end of nowhere. And they thought we might be harbouring firebrands. If only we were. I might have turned them in and become a Black Shield myself.
Firebrands,
You don't think these firebrands the Empire is looking for could be us, do you?
Yes, I do.
don't know. But we need to find out. Greetings, friend. We are travelers.
I know that. What do you want?
We couldn't help noticing those Imperial soldiers who were here earlier.
Don't you go telling these strangers a thing. I speak for the people of this village. You are to leave Amber and never come back.
May I at least ask why?
I don't know who you are or what brings you here, but your presence puts us all in grave danger. The Empire is a harsh master. Its demands are great, and its justice swift. But as long as we keep our heads down and pay our tributes, we are left alone. Some might call it submission. But if it will spare my people the Viceroy's wrath, then I will gladly submit. This village will not become another Eastpool.
Then we shall be on our way.
Roger that, Mr. Mayor.
These people live with a knife to their throats. In the mistaken belief that if they cooperate, my mother will show them mercy.
Obedience bought with fear.
Are you all right?
Sorry, It's nothing. We still don't know who the Black Shields are looking for.
Well, whoever they are, the Imperials deem them worth pursuing to the back of beyond. But other than Martha, who else in Rosari would have the courage to stand against the Empire? A new ally would certainly be welcome. Can we find them before the Imperials do? Perhaps the next village will yield more answers.
Perhaps.
Onward.
This pass will take us through the mountains.
And directly into the path of whoever or whatever lurks here.
I still just jump off.
Ever since the Apodytery, we've seen more and more of these echoes.
How do I?
What do you think is waking them?
There we go.
The mother crystals collapse?
I have an idea. Like it.
What's this? Ah, bomb.
Over here! This one.
What's this? Bull's horn braid? Is this a chest? What is this? Oh, some black shields.
More of my mother's men.
This one.
Where are we going here?
Blood, Clive.
I've seen blood before.
And still wet.
You were told to stay in your homes.
The Black Shields.
You know who we are. And still, you would bear your steel. Why then? We owe you our thanks. You have saved us the trouble of an interrogation. To dwell in darkness, that we may purge the night and welcome lasting dawn. On these, our swords we swear.
Say that again.
He ain't gonna.
I'll show you a true shield of Rosaria.
Chopped him up.
Tell me what I want, and the end will be swift. Who are you looking for?
Why, your friends have been found. The branded you freed from our camps. They await you in Odil. Guardians of the Flame.
Those are Old Hill's gates.
Then we hurry.
What do we have here?
Find something, boy. Death.
Found her.
Well, that's pretty grim.
This was my mother's doing.
But why? Why would anyone?
I don't know. I never truly understood her. But this...
Oh, Clive.
I will learn what madness drives her, and I will end it. We should go.
Yes.
Yes, as fast as possible.
We can't leave them here like this.
We won't. But if the Black Shields have made it this far south, they may already be in Port Isolde.
So we will.
We're approaching Buick Bridge. Though I doubt the Empire would let us cross over to Rosalith.
Didn't happen to come by way of Old Hill, did you? Saw some Imperials clad in black making for the docks just the other day. Next
I
door.
did, Mummy. The ship on the road.
They're all Rosarian.
But this is their home.
Don't go thinking you'll find refuge in the houses outside Port Isolde. The place is a wretched hive of thieves and blackguards.
Run like the wind.
The Lazarus. What happened to this place?
My mother happened. The nobles who lived here didn't stand a chance. Let's hope my uncle fared better. That's the main gate. And it looks like we're not the only ones hoping to get in.
Let us pass! My children are starving! Have mercy! Voice-rinse dogs they are! You can't ignore us forever!
Let us in, or we'll die on your doorstep!
Better out there than in here!
Oh, good enough for
Fuck off! Hang it, chinless bastards! Those crystals belong to us all! I said, where were you, filth? Back to your stalls! Cut you down where you stand! Destroy it!
No chance of slipping through unnoticed. We'll need to find another way in. I thought we might be able to reason with the guards. Or at least bribe them.
I suspect everyone in that crowd thought the same. Was that the only way in?
Officially, yes. Strictly speaking, no. My uncle once told me that the nobles had tunnels built, so that they could visit town without having to walk amongst the rabble. The Lazarus. We'll find our way into the city there.
If you're sure. The entire place looked abandoned. Do you think it's safe?
Probably not.
As long as it is abandoned.
Black light burns.
The good news is we haven't seen a single black shield since Old Hill.
Maybe they found who they were looking for. This is nothing like I remember it.
How quickly a crown can lose its luster.
Not abandoned, then.
Who's that?
Oi! Visitors!
Bandits?
Apologies. We'll show ourselves out.
Lots of bandits?
Or not.
Guess I'll have to cut them down. Woohoo!
I've only ever seen one man fight like that. And he's long dead.
Then perhaps it's time you joined him.
Does that look like Wade?
The blessing of the Phoenix. It can't be. I was there when you died. Forgive me, my lord. I knew not whom I addressed. You have naught to fear from us. Founder, it really is you.
It is. So wait.
Aww.
We can speak inside.
So not just bandits, but friendly bandits.
And those who wouldn't bend the knee?
We left before the Empire could make examples of us, though we didn't go far. And we banded together to form the Guardians of the Flame soon after.
Ah.
Alas, there is only so much a handful of aging shields can do against the might of an empire. But we've seen to it that their stay has been anything but pleasant. Of late, though, we've had our hands full just trying to keep the Duchy's few remaining bearers out of the Imperial's clutches.
The Cullings. We saw what happened in Old Hill.
Aye. The foul work of the Black Shields and their mistress.
You mean my mother? But it doesn't make sense. Even knowing what I know about her. Her hatred for bearers was no secret, but she wouldn't have been ignorant of their value to the realm.
No offense, my lord. But in case you haven't noticed, the Lady Annabella couldn't care less about the realm. She barely even cares for her own home. That much has been plain since the slaughter at Eastpool. And, since granting the Holy Emperor a new heir, her obsession with bearers only seems to have grown.
Oh, a new heir?
As to why, I don't know. Maybe she can't bear the thought of anyone having the power to challenge her beloved son.
Her son.
Sir Wade, the Black Shields have broken camp. They march in full force for Buick Bridge. Then so do we. Make ready. This is their main host. If we remove the head, perhaps we can prevent what happened at the docks from happening somewhere else. If I do nothing, then the blood of their next victims will be on my hands.
Yours and ours. We too have witnessed the crimes these men who dare call themselves shields have committed in my mother's name. It cannot be allowed to continue. We must put a stop to this madness.
We must. So let us go with you. For the good of Rosaria.
I was hoping you'd say that.
Avengers assemble!
Very well. If that is your wish, I would be honored to serve at your side.
And we at yours.
So, Wade, let us do our duty.
With pleasure, my lord.
I imagine this endeavor will require more than just our wits.
Then let's hope Sir Wade has a good quartermaster.
What is it you require?
Demon Tamer's Arm Guards. They are an upgrade.
As you wish, my lord.
Crimson Tassels. No. Desert Rose. I have none of. So probably want to buy like 8.
Of course, my lord. May the blessing of the crystals go with you. Tell us then, Sir Wade. What is your plan?
Nothing fancy. You, Lady Jill and I make for Buett Bridge and provoke the main host at their encampment. Sensing an opportunity to end the Guardians, the Black Shields will call for reinforcements, who will be met from the rear by parties of my brothers hidden throughout the surrounding hills. This will allow us to wage battle on the bridge without fear of being overwhelmed. While the Black Shields have an advantage in numbers, you see, they prefer to fight in small units, which we can use to our advantage.
How small exactly?
Small enough, now that I have you and Lady Jill for company. I doubt I could have done this on my own.
But until we arrived, that was your plan. You haven't changed a bit.
So Wade, the bearers from Old Hill have been laid to rest.
Very good. Now make ready for battle.
As you command.
Let's get it.
Thank you, Sir Wade. Perhaps now they will find peace.
There is but one thing which will grant them peace. Putting an end to the Black Shield.
And so we shall.
Let's go crush some skulls!
May the blessing of the Phoenix go with you.
How long have you been pursuing the Black Shields?
Since they burned their first village. We tracked down the bastards responsible and fed their corpses to Stillwind. Suffice to say, that got their attention. It's been a game of cat and mouse ever since.
I gotta be sideways.
Come along now.
Bastards are lucky.
There they are. On your command, my lord.
No time like the present. We don't even have
What
to
is it
chat.
now?
I can just jump right
I
on.
told you! We bear a message for the Vicereine. From the Guardians of the Flame.
Ha! You presume to tell us that a pair of filthy vagabonds, a woman and a dog, could guard aught against the might of the Black Shields? Then come, die along with your flame!
You're gonna regret that.
For Rosaria!
For Rosaria!
Your petty revolution ends here. On these our swords we swear.
Reinforcements from the far bank!
Another wyvern to fight their battles for them.
More dragons.
Worms. The Imperials aren't taking any chances. I can't say I'm flattered.
This one. Stay down. Get him. Over here. This
Crushed it. Oh, part
A
two.
noble stand, albeit a misguided one. In taking it, you have but proven our point. That this land is in dire need of cleansing.
I'll kill you too. What's up, Mark Swag? How you doing? We are messing up his boss right now.
So wait.
There's no one left to keep them occupied. We need to finish this.
You mean finish him?
And boom goes the dynamite. You enjoying this as much as the FF7 remakes now that you're getting into it? I would say this marks maybe a notch below Rebirth, primarily because I only have one
I
character.
don't see any more.
Like, I literally can't ever tell Jill what to do.
Nor
We just
do
had
I.
Wade there as a guest character. Can't tell him what to
Plan
do.
worked.
Torgal, I wish had more stuff
It
by
bloody
now.
worked.
He's been the exact same throughout the game, and I
We
feel
sent
like they could
every
have
last
given
one
him
of the
some
rotten bastards
variety.
straight to the mud. My,
Maybe he still will. I just got a
perhaps
Chocobo
this will be
during
enough
this
to stop
chunk,
the Cullings. For the time being, at
and
least.
it doesn't seem to be that crazy. It's really just a fast,
Though I
you
doubt
know,
my mother
travel
will take this
thing.
loss well. She'll move swiftly to see her minions' ranks replenished.
There's no mini
And
games,
then it
which,
will all
you know, I
begin
love my
again.
card games, which is fine. The side quests are pretty much all fetch
I often
quests, which
wonder
are
if
just
the
go talk to
nation we
3
once
people.
knew is
Like, there's a
gone for
lot of
good.
filler that
Our
is not that
fields rot.
satisfying so far,
Our
but
people starve. We battle to preserve the flame that was,
I like
but
the
for every
story,
foe
and
we
I like
fell, another
the
springs up in its
actual
place.
combat loops.
Yet be that as it may, it is still our home.
The
and
kaiju
we
fights are
must
pretty
fight for
cool.
it,
ATBs
as
are
we
pretty
always
simple.
have, and always will. For as long as the Firebird's flame burns in our hearts, the duchy
I don't have any
cannot die.
summons, which is like a
And her
staple
loyal
of Final
subjects may
Fantasies, you
dream of
know?
a day when the Rosarian
Like every once in a
standard
while
flies
there's
over
summon
Rosalith
fights,
once
but like
more.
I don't really call them upon them
So
the same
why
way.
die?
It's interesting.
Think we should fall back to Port Isolde before the garrison sends
There's really not much
reinforcements?
downside to just
A
blowing
sound
through the
strategy, my
6
lord.
ultimate abilities you have at the beginning of every fight. Like, there's just no detriment to just slamming abilities, which I guess is fine. I mean, I don't really want detriments, but it's pretty just rinse repeat because of that. Hit all the biggest buttons first fastest battle, you know? And there's some abilities that I just won't use because they're not as powerful. It's pretty much just spam your 6 abilities, limit break, repeat. No reason not to do that.
And
I
how
do like the
long
pull
has
down,
my
the
uncle
lethal
been funding you
takedown
and your
thing is
comrades'
pretty
endeavors?
cool.
Since the beginning. Lord Byron was the first person I turned to after forming the Guardians, and had I known of this tunnel back then, I wouldn't almost have been hanged by the city guard for trying to sneak over
We just
the wall.
reunited with Wade here.
I suppose a formal request for an
5
audience
years
would
later.
have appeared suspicious.
And appearances must be maintained.
I guess 18
Were the
years later.
Vice-Regency to catch wind of Lord Byron's involvement in our movement, they'd seize his estate and send him to the gallows, where he would be of no use to anyone. And so, though it sickens him to the soul, he plays the part of the loyal lord. It is why he remains
So
ever
we have a
vigilant.
contact in this town that is my
Don't
Uncle
be
Byron.
surprised if he refuses you an audience, especially since you're famously dead.
Then I will have to think of a way to prove that I am neither wraith nor wrongdoer.
I might have something which could help with the latter.
Did I get a new seal?
It's the mark of the Guardians. Display it, and those who love Rosaria will know where your loyalties lie.
Burnt blade seal.
I shall wear it with pride.
Be sure that you do. I don't want my men attacking you again. Unless you deserve it. If only Sir Tyler could have been here to see you. Or the Lord Commander.
Thank you, Sir Wade. If there is ever anything you need...
I know. Go on now, my lord.
Rosfield Manor. Oh my goodness. Oh, Byron Rosfield, not me.
How accommodating. Do you really think they believe we are who we say we are?
Not a chance. Right, I guess. My uncle believes we're imposters here to rob him. And means to string us up himself.
He does have an axe.
Imagine my surprise when I was told my nephew had come to visit. Clive Rosfield died long ago. And for uttering his name here, you shall pay with your tongue!
I mean, these are Elwyn's clothes you see me wearing. I have a seal here. I don't know what you're doing right now. Fake
You
strong
would
sword?
mock me as well?
Some sort of signal?
It is I, Sir Crandall of Camelot, loyal servant to Her Serene Holiness, Saint Sybil the Unshod.
You must have learned this from Byron.
Meadow, thou vile sorcerer, for thy crimes against church and crown, I shall have thy head.
I see it.
Curse thee, infectious flax wench. Even in death, must thou plague me still? Very well. I shall open the gates of hell, that thou might see thy charge once more.
Beautiful.
Bravo, Uncle. You're still the finest Meadow in the twins.
Oh, Clive, my dear boy, it's really you. were fond of that scene from The Saint in the Sanctuary. Never did let me play Sir Crandall.
I have a favor to ask, Uncle Byron.
Rutherford, inform the kitchens. There'll be guests. We dine immediately.
But, Uncle...
You can't very well regale me with the tale of your miraculous preservation on an empty stomach. Go on, sit. See that you use the good plates, Rutherford. So you arrived late to one of her cullings, did you? Since becoming Vicereine, Annabella has been a constant thorn in Rosaria's side, but these atrocities are a new low. Something has changed. Quite what, I don't know, but the woman we knew is gone, and a monster sits in her place.
A monster.
For better or worse, I've been charged with governing this town, and thus must maintain the illusion of obedience. That's all I can do to aid Wade and his merry band of revolutionaries.
So he's told us. You have risked much for Rosaria. Our nation will be forever in your debt.
It has been 20 years, Clive. The nation your father and your forefathers fought to defend is no more. Perhaps it would be otherwise had I the courage of my brother. All right, if it's a ship you require, a ship you shall have.
Always forward, never
I've a
backward.
galley in port, but recently relieved of her cargo. She can be outfitted for the voyage in a matter of weeks.
So you believe us then? About everything?
Weeks?
Believe you? Ha! Only a fool would believe even half of the things you claim. But until tonight, only a fool would have believed my nephew still lived. And besides, I have it on good authority that Clive is telling the truth.
Whose authority?
Your own, of course. You've always been a terrible liar.
Is that true?
It's not untrue.
Let's say no more about it, eh? It wouldn't do to linger on my nephew's greatest failing.
I've lied a lot. To a lot of people.
The one thing I cannot believe, though, is all this about you being Sid. You were always such a good boy. But now you're quite the outlaw.
By necessity.
Which, if I'm not mistaken, would make me an outlaw's uncle. Right then, who shall we pillage first? Rutherford, fetch me my cutlass.
I want to see him use that axe.
Fun.
Let him join the party, swing that axe around. I'm going to get some water as soon as it frees me from the story for a second, which is not yet. I don't want to miss anything, but I also don't want to leave you guys hanging longer than I have to.
Go on.
She's a fine ship, isn't she?
Once outfitted, she'll bear us across the boiling sea to Drustinus in the space
boiling
of 3
sea.
days.
Something on your mind?
Clearly.
Monsters.
That's us. We're monsters.
When I served the Iron Kingdom, I did so because I saw no other choice. Because once they learned that the lash would not move me, they turned it on those who could. so I became their puppet. I let them pull my strings, telling myself it was not my hand that swung the sword, but another's. I removed myself from the truth so I wouldn't feel the pain it caused. And before I knew it, I no longer felt anything. Anything at all. I had become...
I'm back.
A monster.
I feel like the uncle voice actor is from something I know. Can't place him.
Jill.
Who knows? Sid is
I don't want to be a monster.
Lorath from Diablo
Clive.
4. But Sid is gone
Do
now.
you understand? I want to choose a different path, a better path. To live on my own terms. But before I can do that, I need to come to terms with my past.
And when you
Closure,
do,
closure.
I'll be standing there with you, just as you stood with me.
Let's kill everything
Thank
together.
Clive. I must atone for my sins. Only then, when it's done, will the monster cease to be.
Just promise me that you won't die with it. Now, let's get some sleep. The journey back to Benamir is long, and there is much to tell the others.
Okay, so we're headed back to the Hideaway. It looks like it might be side quest monster killing time. We got 2 bounties out in the world. We got a slap. Okay, yep, forcing us to Benamir. Here be monsters. That's
Only
us.
the Founder knows what awaits us in the Iron Kingdom. But Vivian could probably make an educated guess.
Can I actually travel or not? Okay, I can now. Let's grab the side quests.
I didn't take you for a scholarly van.
Oh, this? Well, it's Valisthea, a culinary pilgrimage. I borrowed it from old tomes. Seems there's no creature in the realm so foul it can't be cooked up.
Delicious in dungeons.
Delicious.
Good anime.
Oh, where's your sense of adventure, Sid? Honestly, one glance at these recipes, and even you would trade in your sword for a butcher's cleaver. From spit roasts to sweetmeats, this book has them all.
If it's my blessing you're hoping for, then by all means.
Well, I'm no hunter, Sid. The first tunnel worm I came across would be the death of me. But you're made of sterner stuff. Would you help me resurrect one of these recipes?
Certainly. How
Someone
could I
tells
refuse?
me you won't be taking no for an answer.
Fantastic!
So, dare I ask what's on the menu?
Chance's Stew. It was once a favourite among the Gormans of Oriflamme, if the author is to be believed. Though Molly's never heard of it. The only problem is that while the recipe is extremely detailed in most respects, it's infuriatingly cryptic as to the main ingredient. A beast, no doubt. Most likely something that would make easy work of a simple cook with more broth than brawn, but unwanted violets. I've no idea what they
These
might
toxic
be.
plants.
Does the book say anything else?
Well, only that the sweetest violets sprout atop the bed of roses.
Roses. Rosaria, perhaps? One of the butchers in Martha's Rest might know something. I'll ask next time I'm there.
A culinary pilgrimage. Let's go fight whatever's here.
Easier than felling a forest, I said. The trees don't have teeth.
You lose, he yells at the plant he slayed. Pitcher wax.
I can't imagine Herbalist needing any more than this. Time to head home.
But only 625 yards away, in Martha's Rest. We can learn more about cuisine.
Thank you for sticking with us.
Well, those of us who are still here have to look after each other, don't we?
Flesher.
Ah, welcome. Unwanted violets. If you have them.
Why, I haven't heard folk call them that since I was a lad. You're looking for scorpion tails.
Ooh.
Unwanted violets is what folk used to call them back in the day. Used to chuck them in the pot when there weren't nothing else on offer. And even if they were, you wouldn't find anyone selling them these days.
Do the scorpions still live nearby?
I dare say they do.
Thank you.
Let's chop them up.
Stay sharp.
After what the Empire did to Martha, I'd be down.
Don't you go causing any trouble now.
Come on.
This looks like a fight.
Scorpions. At least I know what I'm up against.
Over here!
I fell over. Scorpions down. Unwanted violet.
I better get this back to Yvonne before it goes bad.
Yup.
Did you find our mystery ingredient?
Yup.
I did indeed.
Enjoy your scorpion tail.
Marvelous! Let's see. What am I supposed to do with this? It's poisonous, surely.
You wouldn't be wrong. But that's your unwanted violet.
Into the pot it goes, I suppose. Wait here. I won't be long.
I don't want to eat this. Oh no. What if it kills me?
I present Chance's Stew, risen once again from the ashes of obscurity.
Grab a spoon, Sid. Let's eat while it's hot.
Looks miserable.
Not hungry.
Well, it'll be too late once I've licked the bowl clean. Your loss.
And they never saw him again.
Odin's teeth. What assault on the senses.
Oh,
It's
God.
like choking on swamp water. And yet, up through the pungency, there rise complex, meaty notes.
Meaty
It
notes?
takes a moment to recover from such an onslaught of flavours, but never have I tasted anything so fine. Thank you, Sid. Thank you.
Is he tricking me into trying to eat this?
Welcome.
I must share this gift. I won't rest until a steaming bowl of Chance's stew sits before everyone in the hideaway. A single mouthful, and Molly will be breeding scorpions of her own.
I'm sure she will.
I'm glad I don't have to eat it. Badge of Metal +1, 30 defense. My golly gosh, that was definitely worth. That's 3 times stronger than the one I've got. Bam, 20 more defense, just like that. Let's do a hard save because it's been a minute. Interestingly, the save files don't show you your time played in this game. Got 2 more quests to grab. Oh no, that one's already in progress. Let's go see about this, I guess. Plus means I get some new features, so those seem to be worth it. Last time it was the addition of the Chocobo, so it could be something massive.
How did we never
There are
hear
new
about
billets
these
being
guardians of the
posted
flame?
every... Clive! Oh, am I glad to see you?
Your voice
something
does
wrong?
not fit you.
It's Blackthorn. He ain't himself, and if I'm honest, he ain't been for a while. Normally it only takes a couple of drinks to perk him back up, but not this time. Something's getting him down. And whatever it is, he ain't telling. It's like he's lost his spark, you know? He's barely got enough fire in his belly to get the ump about stuff. But I'm thinking he might if we both bent his ear, because he respects you, innit?
Sure.
Fine. If you think it will help.
Knew you'd understand.
But if he doesn't want to talk, we let him be.
All right, now, he'll only smell a rat if we both turn up at once. So, I'll go first, wait a bit, then head over when you're ready.
Blacksmith's Blues.
Oh, Clive! Welcome to the Patron's Whisper.
The Patron's Whisper? Does that mean someone else is taking care of our friends' donations?
Oh no, that's still me. It's just Karen has her toll, Blackthorn has his hammer. I thought a new name might liven things up. I still catalogue every item that arrives, in addition to setting aside those tokens of appreciation the sender has specified are to be presented to you personally. Would you like to
Donations
see
to
if we have
me
any?
because of my renown.
Is everything we've received and everything promised?
Completing side quests, renown, patron, mess to review. Okay, yeah. Talk of the Tea House. Your merry band of outlaws and its dashing deeds of daring do are all to talk amongst the ladies of the court. We have gathered together several items of worth that you might continue your gallantry. And it's a whole bunch of mats, which I still have no use for. So I hope I'm not like maxed on these. In a spark of hope, our order is one built on pride, but that does not mean we are too proud to give thanks where thanks is due. We may have failed Martha once, but never again the blood axes.
You earned this.
Pillow talk. Such is renown of Sid the Outlaw that much of my clientele would rather spend their time prattling on about your endeavors than making any endeavors of their own. For that, I feel I owe you at least a portion of my earnings. A particularly enamored sort left this on the nightstand. May it serve you better than it did him, a busy courtesan. Berserker ring.
All yours.
And we need 15 more to get the
Best of
next one.
luck out there, Sid.
Remind me where these are. Clairview, the Broken Hilt.
How How did we never hear about these Guardians of the Flame?
Oh yeah, let's check out this Berserker ring. Temporarily increases attack proficiency with each precision dodge. Attack proficiency, you say? Precision dodges are not that common compared to just all the time damage, so kind of easy choice there.
I
Go into the smithy.
That monster's taken quite a liking to Lady Karen.
Hi.
What's it got to do with me?
August was worried that something had been weighing on your mind. I thought you might want to talk about.
I told you not to stick your nose in my business.
Clive just wants to help, innit? Talk to him. You never know, you might feel better for getting it all out in the open. Please, mate. I'm worried about you.
Aw.
Phil, shut you up. It's nothing really. Not the sort of thing you bother people about.
Why don't you tell us all the same?
Karen and I have an arrangement. I keep an eye on Goots, and she shows me what the competition's up to. Interesting arms and armor, things like that. Anyway, the other day, she shows me a cuirass she's come by. Masterpiece of level work. Light, supple, and tougher than it had any right to be. Made my stuff look like every clumsy shit. I should have brought the bastard thing there and then just to study it, but I was too proud. And now every time I reach for my hammer, I'm reminded that I'm not the craftsman I thought I was. Yeah. You happy? You got what you came for?
All right. We're going.
So now we're gonna challenge him to craft something cool, I guess. Rainbow shells.
I always thought of old Blackthorn as a bit of a force of nature. Didn't think anything could rattle him.
Blackthorn's always taken pride in his craft. Something tells me this is only going to get worse. If he has doubts, it will affect his work, which will only add to his problems.
I couldn't agree more.
He said he should have bought that cuirass. Assuming you're happy to help that.
Too bloody right I am.
Glad to hear it. First things first, then.
She's right here.
Karen, Blackthorn mentioned that you'd recently come by a leather cuirass.
And he ain't been himself since he saw it. So we thought we'd buy it for him.
Sorry, sold it already. Didn't think Blackthorn cared for it the way. But it was nicely put together, that's for certain. Even if the bloke who made it is a bit of an odd one. Makes all his stuff to order. But the fella who commissioned it refused to pay. He didn't like the colour of summer.
You don't know where we might find him, do you?
Like I said, he's a bit of an odd one. Doesn't even have a workshop.
Traveling
Don't trust
merchant?
hunters neither, which means he spends as much time out tracking beasties as he does working their hides.
I see.
He did tell me something, though. Apparently, his next commission's for a set of griffin hide greaves.
Here, there's a griffin on the hunt board. The curse breakers were placing bets on who'd bag it. Now, where the bleeding hell was it sighted? Somewhere in Sambrec, maybe... Caer Norvent, that was it.
Thank you, Karen. We'd be lost without you.
At least you admit it.
So, it sounds like going after that griffin might be the best chance we have of finding our roaming leather worker.
I'll leave the hunting to you if you don't mind. While you get on with that, I'll ask around the markets. See if I can't sniff out who he is and where he's hiding.
Good idea. Hopefully one of us will be able to track him down.
Okay. Use the hunt board. Oh gosh.
Deadlands wouldn't be half as bad without all the bloody dust.
Typical nobles.
Hunt down a griffin. A horrible one. Dosmere. Newly added. Dosmere. B rank. Let's just go right there. Caer Norvent. 3 roads, Martha's Rest, Eastpool, the Dim, the Odd Hill Docks, Port Isolde, Orbel Downs, Lost Wing, Northreach, Caer Norvent. So now we just look for a griffin, like anywhere. The Dragon's Eyrie sounds like probably a place that could house a griffin. Not really sure how this works. Last time the guy was just on the road. Let's see. What does this say? Eastwatch. Oh. See, just a bunch of antelope. I guess we can search up here. Imperials. Let's kill him. Can we go up here? Kestrel's Beak Braid. No, we cannot go up there. Perhaps worth exploring, though. So maybe I should have read closer on the board, because I really don't know where to look any better. Whoopsie. Let me just read that again.
Typical nobles.
Okay, so you said the griffin was really mean. While passing along the trail from Lost Wing to Caer Norvent, one of our order was met with a sudden blast of wind. Along the trail from Lost Wing to Caer Norvent. I love me a Moogle. He's the only Moogle. He's the mightiest Moogle, he said. And I think that he's the only one we might even never see. To Caer Norvent. So this is a path.
Good day to you.
That we would take out of town.
The crystals we get from the tail are all but worthless. It's not just
This is not an exit, I think. Oh, a ladder? I don't recall this before. This might be very helpful for leaving this town. Okay, here we go. They're all scared.
Where it is, the Black Shields took a hiding.
Alright, let's go, team. find this Griffin and Merchant. Two birds with one giant sword. Perhaps it's in this clearing. Perhaps we kill this first. Ah. Are you a griffin? No, you're a dragon avis, but we're gonna kill you anyway. What? I already opened this chest. Rude. It's a one-time thing. Well, that was not a griffin at all. Two gill. So useless. What are these? Dragonettes? They're like raisinets?
Over here!
There's another dragon avis. I don't think that's a griffin, right? And so now to Caer Norvent would be this way. But what's that? That's a wind elemental or a griffin? Garuda? Aruna? Completely unrelated? Don't mind if I do.
That's what I think. This isn't going to be easy.
This is insane. It's just so much like explosion, explosion, explosion. Oh god. your dumb ass. Level up. Heck yeah. And I'm rich. That's so much money. Clouded Eye. To see the pattern on the surface of this spherical gem shift and twist, one would think a churning storm trapped within, though it must surely be a trick of the light.
Rest well. I know I will.
I wasn't even here for you. I was looking for a griffin. Wrong place, wrong time, friend. Those look like some spiders. Some antelope. There's some birds of a sort. Vultures? Get him! Easy prey. Chocobos. Oh, what do we got here? What are you a griffin? It says raptor. Does it mean raptor? Ain't no thing but a chicken wing, that's right. Well, the actual path is this way. So I shall not doubt the board. There seems to be a chocobo. Perhaps our merchant friend?
There's no coin to be had in this miserable land. Even if they wanted to trade with us.
I know. It was hard for us Dalmex here in San Brek before the capital fell, but now we'd be stoned if we even approached Northreach.
You're not our merchant, then. Down by the water. Chest. Oh, no, more raptors. Okay, well. I'm in Jurassic Park. I feel like I should turn back. And then if we don't see it, I'm gonna Google it because I'm tired of looking for it. Whee!
Faster!
Where you at, Griffin? Some of the big spiders. Dragon net. Yeah, whatever, I don't care about you. Spiders, antelope. So, like, no? I guess yes. Is it forcing me to? So, like, how did I miss it? Where is it? Where the hell is it? I'm gonna look it up. The answer is south. Okay. Sorry for that. I'll get right back to it. We actually want to go south of Lost Wing. To this side of Caer Norvent, not this side of Caer Norvent. Of course. How could I be so silly? Now, how the heck do we actually escape this place? Like such.
Get him! Get him! Stay down!
Is that it? I don't think it is. It's probably Dragon Avis, right? Level 13. Pass. More plants.
This one.
Morgan.
Over here.
Are you over here?
Griffins don't exactly make for easy prey. Let's hope our craftsman hasn't bitten off more than he can chew.
Are we gonna get dive bombed here? Oh. He's cute. Dawsmare, rank B. Ready, fight!
The work will have to wait. Sharp.
Okay, that did not go the way we wanted.
Oh god.
Oh my god. Sorry. Yay. 650 experience is a lot. That's good. Scarletite, one of the hardest metals known to man. Sought after, exorbitant asking price, rarity, forge. 5 healthy bearers to produce flames hot enough to melt the ore. Wow. Scarletite. It's gonna make some sick weapons. Once we upgrade our blacksmith here. That's probably what's gonna happen, right?
Is something there, boy?
Merchant who makes really good leather cuirasses.
Could that be our man?
Probably. Oh yeah, let's thank Torgal for his great performance.
After it.
Pet Torgal 5 times. Yay, achievement. Hey, bud.
Are you alright?
Dare say I'll survive. That Griffin caught me before I could get an arrow off. Must have lost sight of me in the grass, though. I'd be dead if it hadn't.
Oh, that's no problem, Larchwag. Hopefully things pick up for your weekend. Super Bowl should be fun to watch at least.
I'm a lowly leather worker, if you
Commercials,
couldn't
if
tell
nothing
by the
else.
smell of me.
Not so lowly from what I hear. Do you remember selling to a merchant by the name of Karen?
If you do fall asleep, have a good one.
She's
till
not
I
an
see you
easy
again.
woman to forget. Bought a cuirass from me after I lost my buyer. Quite taken with my work, as far as I recall. Didn't stop her bartering me down to a pittance, though. She sends you for a refund.
It's not her who sent me.
You need to teach our blacksmith better crafting methods. And we'll let you work in our workshop.
Well, consider me flattered.
You should be. He's a master of his art.
Blacksmiths are proud folk. It's a rare thing indeed for one to praise a glorified tanner, and I don't imagine an impressive swordsman like yourself will be getting your steel from any but the best. I'd dearly love to help a fellow craftsman, but actually, I suppose you could give him this.
What is it?
Treated leather. Same stuff I used to make that cuirass. If your man's as skilled as he sounds, he'll know what he's looking at.
You sure?
Well, you did save my life, and thanks to you, I'll be going home with all the griffin hide I can carry. Short of showing him how to make the thing myself, that is. But there are rules against it. Secrets of the trade and whatnot.
In that case, I'll see that he gets it.
I'd be much obliged if you would. Right. I've got some greaves to make. You send your blacksmith my regard.
Will do. And thank you.
Did he give us a name?
Hopefully this will sweeten Blackthorn's mood.
Treated leather. Kick him in the head. Travel back to Blackthorn. And
with a
we
bit
get
of luck,
another renowned
Clive might even find
present.
the geezer. How'd it go, Clive? Did you find him, or does the hunt continue?
I found him.
And saved him.
And he asked me to give you this. Along with his regards.
Treated leather.
You're joking.
He said he wouldn't teach you how to work it, but that if you were as skilled as you sounded, you'd have no trouble understanding how it was done.
So that's his secret. Crafty bastard. He's layered and cross-grained it.
Of course.
Good few times too. No wonder it's tough. And that's no ordinary oil he's used to get that finish. Oh, this is fine work. Even finer than I thought.
Yeah? I'll take your word for it. Just looks like leather to me. Still, I'm glad you're happy. Here, Clive. You didn't happen to catch the fella's name, did you?
Camille, I believe.
Maybe I did catch his name.
Thought as much. There ain't many leather workers in the realm daft enough to do their own hunting, see? And his name kept cropping up when I was asking around. Turns out he's from Tabor. And again, most leather workers are. But our friend Camille guards a long-held family secret, the details of which are the subject of some debate in the leather working community.
Then we better keep this close to our chest.
Listen, sorry for putting the both of you to all that trouble. Should have kept my moaning to myself. Still, I'm glad you found him. This has cheered me right up.
That was the idea. Clive's idea. Anyway, he did.
It's good to have you back, Blackthorn.
Just don't expect me to go turning out work like this. There's a reason he does his own hunting. He knows exactly what hides to look for. And that's how he gets them to layer up so nicely. And don't get me started on how much oiling this leather would need. I reckon I can make something about as good. Something a curse breaker will have no trouble caring for. Anyway, enough nattering. I've got work to be getting on with.
Agreed. Upgrade all my stuff. I want to be the strongest, the best there ever was.
Looks like we won't be needing a new blacksmith.
As if there was a better one out there. I wouldn't have been the same anyway. No one spins a yarn like old Blackthorn in his cup. Right, now that's sorted. I've got duties to attend to. Thanks, Clive. You've given me my mate back.
No problem, high-pitched fella. Drakeslayer Gear Design Draft. A diagram detailing the steps to craft a belt and vambraces fit for a hero. Necessary for crafting Drakeslayer gear. Drakeslayer gear recipes unlocked. Let's craft some Drakeslayer gear. I'm ready. I probably have the mats. I might not, but I might. You have obtained design draft for Drakeslayer gear. Terrific.
What do you need?
Drakeslayer gear, man. They keep beating me over the head with it. Can't update the sword. Drakeslayer's belt requires Electrum.
Don't waste my time. You ain't got the stuff.
Hey, will you tell me where Electrum is from, friend?
That it? Fine.
You suck.
Clive. So, what'll it be?
Gelatinous mass, electrum.
And?
Okay, so renown board. I'm gonna remember this. Okay. We should not really ever need to go past the blacksmith on this side. We can go look at our trophy wall, which we haven't, and
Deadlands wouldn't be half as bad. All the bloody dust.
we've got our notes and letters. Oh man, a whole bunch. Okay. From Gav. Dalmex and Imperials stand off, snarl at each other, fangs bared like slum curs, but neither wants to make the first move. That sounds so dirty. It's almost as if they both realize what a stinking pile of chocobo shit they've stepped in. If I were a Mandalay wager, I'd put my copper on this conflict not playing out anytime soon. I'd keep you apprised. A flame none brighter. My Lord Marquess from Wade. I ask once again for you to forgive my men for your welcome back at Lazarus. So you can understand. In the short time since our reunion, you've shown yourself to be the self-same man I followed. If only Sir Tyler, Lord Commander, and all the others were lost that night, were still with us. To you and your cause, I hereby pledge the swords of the Guardians, and I'm proud to stand alongside you once again. An apple a day from Otto here in the Hideaway. Lad from the yard ran up a basket of martels just this morning, sweet as honey and crisp as the morning breeze. They were delicious. You let Nigel and his lot know they've done a fine job. And look at us now. Sid would be proud. A bird by any other name from Jill. Forgive my insistence on writing these silly letters. Would that we had more time to speak to each other in person, but every day we speaking together feels we must suffer another two apart. Aww. I'm glad to hear your most unexpected reunion with Ambrosia, or should I say Whiteheart. You told me once how Chocobo sacrificed herself to protect you that night at Phoenix Gate, and here so many years later we find she spent her life doing that exact same thing, defending others. Some things never change, do they, Clive? And the Republic's play from Gab earlier. Okay. So now we have our trophy wall. We can look at memories. We have the Oath, Martell Apples, Ambrosia's Tack. Okay, we got three things. Bust out. And then we have the Training Rock, which I don't think I'll ever use, because I'm just not sure why I would, unless there's, like, rewards they haven't told me about. Hunt Wall and the Renown rewards are both here.
How did we never hear about these Guardians of the Flame?
Welcome to the Patron's Whisper. Your benefactors are a generous lot.
What? I thought there was one at 100. Am I crazy?
All in good time, eh?
What? I could swear. Okay, well.
All done?
I can do that. I can raise that. Deliver the pitch to Obolus. He's on the other side, so we can go this way. Wax we gathered from some plants earlier. He was asking to patch up his boat with it. And we need that boat to get to the mainland. So gladly I went and got it.
Well, did you find me some wax?
Find is one way of putting it.
Pitcher wax, 5.
Ugh! Reeks like a chocobo's arse. Well, I don't suppose the Argo will mind as long as he stays above the waves.
Argo? So your boat has a name? I didn't know.
Yeah. Same as me old man. He was a ferryman himself back before the Blight came. The boat's all I have left of him. And thanks to you, he'll sail another day.
Good. Caulk and Ball is now no longer in my quest log. Badge of Might +1, heck yeah! Equip immediately. I wish that was an option. But no, I have to go into the menus. Bam, 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 bam. What's this other thing I haven't looked at yet? Increases down thrust damage? Meh. Let's do a hard save, because it's been a minute. Bam, bam, bam. Alright. We could do one more hunt in Sanbreque. But I'm not recognizing any of the names here. It was... Dang it. It was in Sanbreque, but... Of course I cannot remember where or what the name of it was. I wish I could fast travel to that job board.
Typical note.
Or actually, can I see it in my journal? Is that a thing? I guess not. I need a reminder. The Broken Hilt Rosaria. Reports have been received of a wild avis of striking seismic against atop the hill adjacent to Eastpool. Eastpool. Ha! Atop the hill adjacent to Eastpool. I think this is the hill adjacent to Eastpool.
Come on.
It's like around this corner. This is where the old man was hanging out. No, I don't want to fight a bunch of plants and spiders. I'm just gonna go beat up a big monster. Yeah. I thought that was how I dismount. How do I dismount? Ah, okay. Let's fight! Belphegor, if that is your real name. Stop hitting me, dick. Oh no, I actually died. I've never died in this game. Oh, Lord. Why isn't it fucking working? Oh my god. Just kill me.
I can't go on.
I don't know why the death grip wasn't working. Oh my god, no! Hello? Like, the death grip is not working. But he's dead, so it's okay. Dragon Talon.
Hope there aren't any more of them.
Good job, Torgal. Now we can turn in some renown points. See what we get. Something we can craft with, perhaps. And we'll probably call it a stream.
Typical nobles.
Going for about 3 hours.
How did we
That's
never
about
hear
right for a
about
chunk.
these Guardians of the Flame?
Oh, I wasn't expecting you back so soon.
A swelling chorus from the Merry Mummer. It used to be I would step into a tavern only to find myself overwhelmed with requests to sing of Dion the Bold or the Curl and the Serving Girl, but now all anyone wants to hear of is Sid the Outlaw. You have made me a very rich man, my friend. So I got an orchestrion roll and an empty shard.
You earned this.
A rose is a
Best
rose.
of luck out there, Sid.
There are new billets being posted every day, but not enough salt.
I think we've completed these. Alright, so we'll do a hard save and call it a stream. Thank you very much, everybody, for watching, and I appreciate any likes and subs and comments and such that you have for me. And if you want to check out any of the previous sections, there's a playlist, and I'm trying to label all the sections with bosses and story bits as best I can. So thank you so much. We're level 27 after about 15 hours of play. Have a great day or night until I see you again.